Hi and welcome. Today I will show you how to set up a caching proxy server with Squid on Debian Jessie. First, update your package lists with sudo apt get update, so we are sure to install the latest version of Squid. Now we can install Squid sudo apt get install Squid3. Yes, shouldn't take too much time. When Squid has finished installing, it will also run automatically, and it's listening defaults on port 3128. We can check it out right now if you want to. Type IP address. So this is our IP because we will need it for our browser, because we will set up our proxy server in our browser. I'm using Iceweasel, which is the default browser of Debian, and also a fork of Firefox, as you can see. Just look for your network connection settings. Type in manual proxy configuration. Here we can type our proxy server address and the port, which is 3128, which can be changed later on in the configuration file. Let's browse and see what it does. Okay, this is not a problem. This is the default behavior of Squid, and this is also the page that is built in Squid. So the default behavior is simply denying every connection. This is also the normal, is because of HTTPS. For some reasons it doesn't give the same page back. As if we do YouTube, for instance, it's back again because of the HTTPS gives error results, Twitter as well, but that's totally not a problem. Squid has also log files. There is one log file with information about the server, the process itself, the service. First, the log files are located here, /for/log/squid3. Two log files. Cache.log is the log file about this the Squid3 service. Permission denied, it's normal, and just to make ourselves easier, because even when we will configure our files, we will have the permission denied issue. So let's do sudo -i, so we are root and won't have any permission problems anymore. Actually, instead of using vim, just slash, which is better. Go at the end with shift G, and of course we cannot do anything with that data, but if something would go wrong, we can find here if something went wrong. And we have access. This is a more important one. This will show every access to the proxy server. So we see that this IP address, just we try to go on the hosts, and we can see that it's denied by the server. And here we have this Squid page that we got, which is not in the Facebook one, see, it's just nothing. Then we have the YouTube one, which is HTTP, and we get the page back. So, and Twitter the same, because those two are HTTPS. And later I will show the log again, and we will find some other things in it. So the access.log is the more interesting one. So let's go to the configuration file. So here in this Squid3 folder, we are able to change our error page.css, the style of our error page that we saw earlier, like this one. You can change colors and all that. It's not important at all. MSNT out is a configure file about users. We can block certain users to certain web sites and other things, but we won't discuss this in this screencast. The one with the interested one is Squid.conf. Squid.conf has a manual paging. Squid.conf is Squid.conf. Squid.conf is a pretty messy file, because as you can see, most of the file is commented out. Actually, the file has a manual page in it. So this is the manual, and it's like you can see, it's really hard to find something in it. Even if we go to the end of the file, we still don't know where are the configurations. We don't know. But I strongly recommend to read the manual, because it has really a lot of information about how to configure certain settings for Squid. But right now I will show you some basic things like blocking websites, also blocking websites during a time span or during a chosen day, and so on. So the things you will probably use the most. As you can see, the file is really long, it's more than 7,000 lines. But that's not a problem. What I do, I just rename the configure file like this on the original, so to be sure to have a backup if something went really wrong, and also to read the manual page if I need to. And what I would do is I create a new file, generate it from the original file, but by removing every line starting, so this is starting with a hashtag, which means every line beginning with a hashtag, so all comments will be deleted, will be removed, and every empty line will be removed as well. So from this file, of course, and we write it out in Squid.conf. Yeah, of course. -be, which is a regular expression. Now we can see our configurations. So what we see here are the running configurations and the default behavior. But right now everything is denied, so that's because there is no there's no access control lists for the local NAT. What I do is I put just some spaces just to make it clean and easier to read and differentiate. So every access control list, I bundled together and separate from the other, like HTTP access. So let's put the local net source. I need to put now my subnets, which means every client connected to this subnet will also have access to the proxy server. And let's copy this line and paste local nets. Right now we should, if we save and reload the page, would be able to see our page, but first I will put some other settings, the ICP setting from the local nets. Now everything, and HTTP, which used to replace ICP. Actually, is a replacement of ICP, but for backwards compatibility, I just put ICP. Like this. So right now, oh yeah, can also change outputs just to show that it's possible. Just make sure do not use a port that is already in use, otherwise it won't work. Systemctl restart Squid, which is annoying. It takes a little bit of time. That's probably because I'm on a virtual machine. But once it's done, we'll be able to access any website we want through our proxy server. So let's reload the page. Of course, it gives the server proxy refusing connections, which is the same page that we used to have when browsing HTTPS websites, which means here that we are not actually connected to our proxy server because it's still going to the wrong port. So like this. So right now, if we reload, you will see our page, and it's loaded because we allowed access to our local nets, which our clients, which our server as well is part of it. You can see in our log file access Shift G. You can see this the Google hosts. Of course, depending on the sites you're going on, you load more or less things, so we can actually see everything, also the type of objects we are loading. But yeah, here we can find what clients goes on what websites, which can be interesting. So, but for small businesses, it's probably better to block certain sites, like social media sites, because you don't want your employee to surf on social websites or other website that is inappropriate during their work time. So we can block websites by making a new access control list. destination domain by domain, like disabling Facebook, Twitter, and any other websites HTTP access deny all those domains. So right now Facebook, Twitter are denied, which means after restarting our Squid service, we won't be able to surf on Facebook and Twitter anymore. So right now Facebook and Twitter are unavailable. Just to make sure that everything is working fine. YouTube does work. You can also go further by denying internet access during choosing. We can go further by denying internet connections based on which day and what time. We don't want your child, I don't know, to go to the internet too long, especially during the weekends. Like this is Sunday, this is Saturday, because Sunday is the first day of the week. So the S has already been taken, so the second letter is used instead. The same with Thursday, since Tuesday is before Thursday, the T is Tuesday, so H is used for Thursday. So during Sunday and Saturday, we block internet access. Well, let's say they can only go during 18 and 20. You can't use 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. It's 24-hour clock based. And to put it to action, we have to put it here, week eve. So this will apply the time that we have set to the local nets and local hosts. So we allow only internet access between those 2 hours. Let's update, and no, we can't go to YouTube anymore. No. Facebook, still no, we can't go on any website because we are not between 18-hour and 20-hour. So it works, and we can also define the reverse by putting an exclamation mark which says not. So do not allow HTTP access or any access during those between those 2 hours during that time span. So right now we should have access to the internet. And we have retrieved our access to the internet. And of course, Facebook and Twitter still remains unavailable because they are blocked. So I hope this screencast has been helpful, and thanks for watching.